All right, I got a request. Someone asked me, would you do a miniature cowboy again? I don't know if I've done a miniature cowboy. I've done some cowboys. I'm out in the garage here, so if you hear some noise. We got a little cold front coming in today. Now, I suggest if you're going to do a miniature cowboy, or do a little cowboy, it's best to have a bandsaw to cut it out. I know a lot of you don't have bandsaws, and I understand that. But with cowboys, it's best to have a bandsaw so that you can cut it out. Like this little fella here. I'm going to draw this on the other side here, just around and draw this up in here, so that you can cut the form out and everything like this. Now this is a little cowboy, stands about 3.5, 4 inches tall. He's pretty miniature. And we're going to do this one, and then we're going to do even one smaller than that. We're going to do something like a 2.5 or something like that. It's best that you have a bandsaw to cut this figure out. I understand, I know people don't have a bandsaw, but if you can have someone cut it out for you or whatever, it's just so much better. It's so much better to have it. Okay. All right. What we want to do first is it's not hard to do a little cowboy. Is we want to sort of establish the areas that we have here. I went ahead and cut between the legs. So let's go ahead and just kind of bring out here between the legs a little bit. I hope everyone is well. We missed a tropical storm down here by just a little bit. Then wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be. We it was actually turned into a Category 1 hurricane before it hit down around Brownsville, and it came up. Unfortunately, people around here they got so scared of what happened in Harvey, they're gun shy, as we may say. Let's go ahead and go back behind the legs and do the same thing. Yeah, we get, when you live in these areas, you get gun shy because you've had, and I mean, I myself have done that, because you think, you know, I don't want to lose everything again. Okay. Next, we want to go ahead and come up here, and we want to make a cut right in there. And we want to bring that, start bringing that down, okay? We have to make our hat, okay? I forgot to tell you, this is only about 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches thick, okay? But, yeah, we've been a little gun shy down here. We don't. I just got into my house, and then you think, could you lose it again? Yes, you can. I guess we got complacent down here, that we felt that, you know, hurricanes were terrible, tropical storms were okay. Well, a tropical storm can dump as much rain and did the damage that Harvey did. Of course, that's 64 inches of rain, which is unusual, very unusual for people. Okay, so we've kind of separated and made our, what we want down here. Like I said, this is about a 4-inch cowboy, and then we're going to do something, maybe even a 3-inch, which is about smaller than that. Okay, we want to go up here to the brim, And we want to cut that across there. We want to kind of be very careful with your knife along these areas. Even though this is basswood, it is very brittle. And you want to be very, very careful not to try to take off too much at one time. I had a chance to, I've got a small part in a play. We have a little theater group we have, and it's called Act 1, Scene 1. And we're doing Agatha Christie's, and then there were none, so I'm paying one of the generals, but we needed 10 little wooden soldiers to go on the mantelpiece, and I carved the 10 soldiers. And I didn't paint, we're all going to paint them one color. She wants them painted just one color. So I'm going to do that. I'll try to show you when I get through with that. But I help a lot on building the sets. I've always done, even when I'm not in a play, I help build the sets. And I love doing that more than being in one. And I have a guy named John Holland who is the designer of most of the sets, and John and I work together a lot. And it's a joy watching those things come together. Okay, now we brought this up a little bit, and so let's go ahead and just sort of bring things down as we have them here. What you say, where did I get this pattern? Actually, I got this pattern from a Harold Enlow book. It's a very simple cowboy pattern. I didn't want to get too difficult of a one for you. It's just a regular. And we keep okay, we keep working on this face a little bit. Now, let's look at the body a little bit. Now, we need to decide. Now, one of the things we can do is to come down here with this arm and come up here like this. And we come down here with this arm like this. So let's go ahead and cut into that. We want to be real careful as we cut this way that we don't get too rambunctious into what we do. We just make cuts. See how that's done? We just make our cuts, and then we make our cuts again. And we come up here, we make a little cut, just like that. And we make another little cut around the hand and make a cut right here and continue to cut into here and back here, and then we bring this back some, just like that. cut in there. Make a cut there. And we have to bring deeper into here. You have to bring that at a deeper texture into here, just like that. Remember, it goes like that, and then it comes up. We cut some in here, and we separate more here. And we cut a little bit in here. Okay. Now, once we have that one sort of in a tailspin, sort of like that, we want to take a little bit more out right here. And on this side, all we're going to do is just come down and let this hand hang down here. Okay? So let's cut this here. And let's just cut in there. Just getting a cut across there. Okay, see that? Okay, and we're going to bring this up underneath here some. Well, let's cut a little bit more in here. Bring that arm out even more, so like that. Okay, so we've sort of got that established, what we're going to do with the hands. All right, now let's come down here and sort of cut these boots. And you want to be careful in this area down here because it's probably pretty coming back here and cutting this like that. And we want to cut on each side, and come down here and here and do this to get that boot look. In other words. Alright, getting that boot look just a little bit. When you have very small figures, you want to just use the tip of your knife. Make sure it is sharp and take off little pieces like this. In other words, you don't want to go real strong. You want to take just a little bit off at a time. You don't want to go too strong. And let things get in your way. Okay, something similar to that right there, okay? Alright, let's bring this up a little bit more. Now, a lot of cowboys, they put a kind of a sash on them and stuff like that, but I don't really care for all that much. I mean, I'm not crazy about that kind of stuff. I cut that, make my hand. There we go. Get a little bit more in the middle here where it looks a little bit more bow-legged. It's been kind of a rough time. In the last 3 months, I've had probably 3 or 4 good friends of mine die of COVID or die of pneumonia, and it's been a sad time right now. I'm going to a lot of funerals. And it just breaks your heart. One of them, a 54-year-old woman at my church, who I knew very well, had it. All right. A little cut right there. We'll cut in there. All right. Gonna cut across there. And let's go ahead and come back here come up here and come around up here. And cut that right there to signify the and we kind of just play with it right there. There's a lot. This is all going to have to be coming off here. And it comes straight up here. Okay, well, one of the things what we can do is we can put a little thing on him. It's goes like this and goes like this, and then it comes around this side. Just to show you that it's a little vest that he has on. You hear somebody with a chainsaw cutting something. Okay, and then we can't make the little thing here because the arm's there, but so we just cut a little piece right in here, and we come back over here and we take that out right there. And then it comes down and it comes back around over here. We cut from the bottom. Okay. Let me cut a little bit more in here. Signify that, and just a little bit more in here. Signify